This is the world's first autofocus super telephoto zoom lens, and it is massive. But is it the best 800mm lens out there on the market? Is it worth the money? This thing is huge. Let's find out. My name is Andrew, and this is Parts in Tech, where we review some of the world's most popular electronics, tools, and appliances. Today we've got the Canon 200 to 800mm zoom lens. This is a groundbreaking lens, and we're going to talk about who it's for, who it's not for, some of the pros, some of the cons, and even some of its downfalls. Now, this is a groundbreaking zoom lens. There's not been a lens like this in history. That it has the capability to go from 200 to 800mm. The cool thing about this is that if you have a 70 to 200, this takes pretty much everything else after that. So you can walk around in your bag with a 70 to 200, 200 to 800, and like a 24 to 70, and you've got literally everything covered. It doesn't matter how far away your subject is, it doesn't matter how close they are. Those three lenses, I know this is kind of maybe an impractical lens to carry around in a backpack with you. I'm still trying to get over like just how large, like this is it compared to my face, and I don't have a small head here. Like this lens is absolutely insane. But it does cover that focus range from 200 up into 800. The build quality of this lens. So as you zoom out, it feels extremely sturdy. Like it doesn't feel wobbly at all. Nothing about this lens feels unsecure. Nothing about this lens feels cheaply made at all. The focus ring, whether you're talking about the focus ring, which is extremely, let me kind of get a tight shot here. It's extremely smooth, or even your customizable, this is for different lighting settings, whether you're talking about aperture or ISO, you can customize that ring there, whichever one. But it all feels extremely sturdy, very well built. It comes with, of course, your tripod mount because you're not gonna wanna hang onto your camera with this massive lens hanging off the front of it. I mean, even just the lens hood is almost the size of my face, which makes this insanely large. But the build quality is awesome. It feels extremely sturdy, no complaints about that whatsoever. Now, I know I've said that this lens is massive. It's very large compared to my 70 to 200 L 2.8. It's a very large lens, but if you compare it to other lenses that are in the 800 to 1000, 1200mm range, it's not that big. It's not incredibly large compared to those. And a lot of those are one focal length. They can only go so far. They can't zoom out, they can't zoom in. This lens allows you to go from 200 to 800, which is, again, groundbreaking and a first of its kind. Another thing that's great about this lens is that it is compatible with an extender. Whether it's a 1.4 or a 2x extender, that means you can get some crazy good shots from extremely far away. Now, I do want to mention that this is an f6.3 to f9 variable f-stop lens. So as you do zoom in, you're going to be getting a higher f-stop, which means that you're going to be getting a darker image. This lens is really best for somebody who is going to be outdoor wildlife, photography, maybe sports photography, outdoors. You really want to be outdoors or in a very well lit, maybe arena or something along those lines. You're not going to want to be in a dark area while using this lens because you are going to have to deal with those higher f-stops. Overall, it's an extremely cool lens. I would highly recommend it if you have the budget to do so. It's a great build. It's incredibly crisp and clear. It's, like I said, groundbreaking. There's nothing like this that can go from 200 to 800. It's incredible. It's incredible how they're able to fit all of that focal length into this one lens. It really is an incredible feat of engineering. So if you're somebody who needs to get those really far away shots, but also wants to get closer at around 200mm, it is a great lens.